switching from this to this. Give me 8 minutes and I promise you, I will delete your fear of draw shots forever. I'm gonna share exactly what I did, 5 of my biggest discoveries that instantly took my draw shots quality to a whole new level, and I'm pretty sure these are things that many pool players still don't even realize. First of all, if you wanna make a smooth and deep draw shot, it is time to ditch a short bridge. Instead, use longer bridge and you will be able to create much smoother stroke. Extending your bridge creates more distance between point of support and the cue ball, and this is absolutely crucial to execute draw shots accurately. Most of shots we execute using not that much speed, so we don't need to generate deep backswing and follow through. But to make a smooth draw shot, we need to push our cue forward more, and this will be crucial especially when distance between balls is much longer. Using short bridge will not be able to make longer backswing, what in next step affects follow-through quality. But generally, when you face long distance draw shot, longer bridge gives you more space to make longer backswing, so our cue accelerates from longer distance before it hit the cue ball. This allows you to transfer more power to the cue ball and finish your stroke with deep follow-through. So the next time you will face a long draw shot, go long. Maybe not that long. That's perfect. The next mistake is something I see among many beginners, and this significantly harms the quality of your draw shots. Just look at what all these pros doing here. Keep your cue level. And actually, I don't know why, but many players desperately try to elevate cue more when they aim a draw shot. This is absolutely unnecessary thing and can only harm you, but players still naively claim that in order to hit the cue very low, they have to elevate the cue more to access the lower part of the cue ball. If you accidentally put any amount of side spin on the cue ball with high elevated cue, then there is a huge chance that cue ball will deviate from its natural line, so you just miss the object ball. Level cue provides a consistent point of contact with the cue ball, leading to a straighter stroke. Of course, we don't want our cue to be parallel with the table surface, so only a slight elevation will be absolutely essential to avoid stroke errors. The most common stroke error that many players make with too much elevated cue is a miscue, but have you ever wondered why so many players do something like this? Beautiful, right? Honestly, not really. This is a mistake that a lot of players make, and all this comes down to a very important conclusion that you have to stop scooping the ball. Very often, wanting to shoot smoothly, we relax our grip too much, and at the moment of shot we squeeze our cue, especially during power shots like a draw shot. This can be really problematic because if you grip the cue like this, back of the cue goes up, which also causes a very strange movement of your cue tip. When you already aim low on the cue ball, then this move causes cue tip to go down, what results that you actually hit the cloth right before hitting the cue ball. This causes a miscue and makes a jump, so you need to be absolutely sure whether your grip is relaxed but also controlled. And actually, scooping the ball is totally illegal, because you are not using a forward movement to hit the cue ball. Imagine that you hold a baby bird and you must do everything possible not to hurt it. Another very useful tip I can give you is that when you start the forward movement of your cue, You should relax your index finger and not squeeze the cue with it. This will greatly allow you to deliver your stroke with much more quality, but most importantly, it will stop you scooping the ball. Alright, the next tip is for players who are still afraid of hitting the cue ball very low. During pre-strokes we aim correctly, but when we start moving cue forward, then we subconsciously hit higher than we wanted. This is a mistake that can ruin your draw shots, and it may not be very visible when the distance between balls is small, but when we increase distance between balls, it has a much greater impact. We have to keep this point and hit the cue ball exactly in the same place. When we hit the cue ball higher, it moves with less spin, and it will be very difficult for us to cover a longer distance. But when we are able to hit the cue ball very low, then it has much more backward rotation, which grabs the cloth more, so actually we don't need to use so much power to cover the same distance like before, when our aiming point was much higher. The last tip may surprise many players who don't even expect that they could be doing it wrong. You need to pay more attention to how you chalk your Q-tip. In most cases, we hit the cue ball very close to its center, which causes our Q-tip to touch the cue ball with its center part. Many players, when chalking their cues, do not care about the edges of the Q-tip. And this is a huge mistake because when executing a draw shot, skipping this step might be absolutely crucial. When you aim very low on the cue ball to shoot a draw shot, the part of the tip that actually touches the cue ball is the top edge of your Q-tip, never the center of your tip. And this means that when you have to execute a draw shot, you should pay more attention to this part of your Q-tip and chalk it more on the other side, so that the chalk completely covers the part where Q-tip touches the cue ball. This will give you a lot more grip and make you start executing draw shots with much greater ease. Executing a draw shot is a very difficult thing in pool, but also very difficult is making a right decision in critical moment. So in this video I'm gonna share 5 interesting situations where smarter shot might be the best choice and help you win more games.